Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing the unfortunate main event of UFC 321. Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane. It did not go as any of us expected it to. Unfortunately, halfway through round one, Tom Aspinall got, I don't even know if poke would be an accurate term, but he basically got his eyes dug into by Ciryl Gane's fingers. It looked pretty bad. But let's talk about what happened, what was going on in that fight before this incident even occurred. I would say that right from the get-go, Tom Aspinall kind of went in hoping to maybe get like a head start in pressure. Like maybe if he was the one to kind of start that off, he would be able to get in a flow. But something that I noticed is that Ciryl Gane responded to that pretty effectively. He didn't get flustered. He kind of just made a couple steps back and continued on with his own game plan. Another thing I noticed too is that Gane was pretty quick and very agile. His footwork, I think, frustrated Tom Aspinall quite a bit because he kept doing like the little Zalal jog around the octagon. You guys know the one. So I think it was really difficult for Tom to actually like get in the zone and wind himself up enough to get something going. And so anytime Tom did try to shoot, I feel like he was getting countered by Gane, like immediately. Also, Gane was pretty quick with his jabs, and that kind of fucked up Tom Aspinall's nose. I wish this eye poke didn't happen as soon as it did, because I feel like Tom was kind of starting to understand the mechanics of this fight. You know what I mean? So I just wish we could have seen what happened maybe in round 2, you know what I mean? Or round 3, because it's sometimes hard to tell just by round 1. Although I know just by looking at both of them, Tom doesn't look like his cardio is where it should or could be at. Like, I don't... Just saying, based off of what I saw, I don't think he would have had the gas tank to go 5 rounds. So maybe in some ways he was saved by that eye poke. From what I saw, I think Tom's way to victory would have just been to adapt himself enough as the fight went on, and then hopefully, you know, get a finish that way. But yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get to see any of that. Ciryl Gane's fingers just went so deep into Tom's eye, and to be honest, like, I know you guys are saying there's conflicting opinions. There's one side that's saying like, okay, that's obviously a really bad situation for the vision. It wouldn't be fair to see Tom fight like that, and it wouldn't have been maybe such a legitimate win for Ciryl if they let it go on. And to be honest, I feel like, yeah, if that happened to my eyeballs and I was fighting a trained killer in the octagon, I definitely wouldn't want to continue, and I don't think that would have been fair anyways. So I think that call was a good call to make it a no contest. I would have loved to see the outcome of that fight had there not been any eye pokes, but that's okay, because I feel like now that Tom knows who Ciryl Gane is, he's going to prepare adequately for the rematch, you know what I mean? Because I actually feel like he wasn't adequately prepared. And you guys can say whatever you want, but like, I feel like we all kind of saw that, oh, okay, there's some limit. Hopefully he would have gotten that KO, you know? But it really did seem like Ciryl Gane was a little too quick for him. And maybe it wasn't exactly what he was expecting to deal with. So I think after this, Tom's going to probably go back to the gym, adjust his game plan for the rematch. Hopefully UFC schedules that soon. Another thing too, I mean, I wasn't going to speak about these fights. I didn't watch all of them back, but I watched the Alexander Volkov fight and the Mackenzie Dern versus Virna Jandiroba. I still want to watch the Azamat Murzakanov and Alexander Rakic fight. I'm curious about that one. But unfortunately, with the Mackenzie Dern fight and Virna Jandiroba, I didn't expect Mackenzie Dern to just out-muscle Virna. And I think that's basically what happened. Like, she was just physically too much for Virna, which I guess it is what it is, you know. I still think Virna's pretty good. It's just that I guess Dern was just more fit, better conditioning. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. And with Volkov, hey, he wasn't as helpless on the ground as I thought he was going to be. At least, I mean, he kind of looked the same, but Jailton couldn't really do anything with him. So yeah, that's all. Sorry, I just skimmed over those last two. If you guys want me to do a more thorough recap, let me know. I didn't really have time to like fully watch the fights, so I just basically watched the main event, the co-main, and bits of the Volkov fight. So yeah. Anyhow, guys, I'll see you on my next prediction. Sorry I couldn't be there for the actual fight itself, but I hope you guys give me some grace because it wasn't totally my fault this time. My travel plans got a little crazy, and I had to go to the same airport twice in 2 days, so anyways. Let me know how you guys felt about the Tom eye poke. What do you think about Ciryl Gane? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, man, such an anticlimactic way to end the card, especially after 5 rounds of Mackenzie, Dern, and Virna, Jandiroba. So, anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye for now.